Before Earl Sweatshirt was a household name, Thebe Kgositsile was just another kid experimenting with rap in middle school under the name Sly Tendencies. Posting tracks on MySpace in 2007, Thebe and his friends dreamed of a group fame, but their Backpackerz trio never took off. Soon, Thebe talents caught the ear of an inspiring artist named Tyler the Creator in 2009. Tyler invited 16-year-old Thebe into his emerging hip-hop collective Odd Future. Sensing huge potential, Tyler urged Thebe to take the stage name Earl Sweatshirt. Earl's rhyme schemes and creative wordplay clearly outpaced majority of the Odd Future members. Tyler took Earl under his wing, produced nearly all of the tracks on his Earl's 2010 debut mixtape. The free online mixtape generated buzz in rap circles for Earl's raw talent and vivid, vulgar lyrics. Earl immediately stood out for his complex rhyme schemes and graphic lyrics depicting violence, drug use, and sexual acts. The confrontational nature of the 16-year-old's music worried his mother, a UCLA law professor. She saw the danger in lyrics like poking Catholics in the ass with swords and worried that Earl was heading down the wrong path hanging out with rappers like Tyler. So she made the tough choice. She sent Earl to Coral Reef Academy, a reform school for at-risk teens in Samoa. Removed from the influences of LA party scene, Earl endured a strict environment with no internet, music, or vices to turn to. The isolation gave him space for self-reflection. He emerged from Samoa in 2012, a more centered, introspective young man. When Odd Future broke out of obscurity in 2011, they'd stomp on stage chanting "Free Earl," a loving shout to their then-lost groupmate who was sent by his mother to a Samoan military academy. Tyler feels that Earl's mom blames him for his friend's troubles. It's a subject he addresses on Rusty, a standout on his album Wolf. Look at that mom who thinks I'm evil, holds that grudge against me, though I'm the reason that her mother son got to eat. He raps it in his distinct, gruff tone. According to Tyler, he tried being nice to Earl's mom, but hasn't been able to figure out the root of their problem. Writing this song was his way of coping with it.
Influence on her kid, but like, he's doing pretty good right now.
Earl returned home in February of 2012. Returning to an exploding music career was a big adjustment. However, Earl came back to find himself the subject of a Free Earl campaign and intense media spotlight. He faced pressures from fans and some of those in his industry to live up to the hype. In response to drug use in the mid-2010s, right as the video was blowing up, coming back to the US at 18 after reform school was a huge adjustment for Earl.
You've had moments in your career, but the Free Earl movement, you remember
Crazy,
that?
yeah.
I remember that. I remember just being like one of those dickheads, just tweeting it out. And then
Yeah,
you
like,
had to
let's
come
get it.
through. So wait, you got sent away to a boarding school, right?
Yeah.
Rehabilitation
Rehabilitative,
place. Why, were you wildin'?
Yeah.
His time away wasn't well known at first. In his absence, he becomes something of an urban legend, with fans even starting a Free Earl campaign. He immediately started touring with Odd Future to get distance from his mom, but seeing fans imitating the group's style and lifestyle didn't flatter him. It actually pissed him off. As he put it, Earl was confronting his sudden fame and image. Returning home meant a culture shock after his reform school isolation. He struggled to reintegrate and make sense of the hype around his persona and music. It was a jarring transition full of complex emotions. Struggling with the spotlight, Earl dove back into old habits when he moved to Hollywood in 2013. Roaming with friends in a crash pad, the brothel, he coped with both a bad breakup and a tour stress by binging on drugs, alcohol, and emotionless hookups. His physical and mental health took a major hit. Scary, thin, and drained, Earl came down with pneumonia and even had to cancel shows. The pressures of fame at 19 left him reckless and self-destructive. He channeled the pain into his debut studio album Doris, which released independently in 2013. Songs touch on dark themes like the illness and loss of his grandmother, scrutiny from his parents, and suicidal thoughts. Reviews praised 20-year-old Earl for his emotional vulnerability and shredding his cocky teenage persona. But the intense album took a toll during live shows, where low energy and poor conditioning led Earl to cancel a string of dates. Rather than shock rap, the album's sadness echoed Earl's inner turmoil. Fame and his trappings had taken a heavy toll, leaving the once wild teen a now wary, fragile soul forced to bear scars. At 21 years old, Earl continues to distance himself from Odd Future early shock tactics in both lifestyle and lyrics. Sober tours then consisted of calmer sets and meet and greets, often besides collaborator Vince Staples. Earl maintains that messages of positivity must replace the negativity he once pushed. In conversations, he shows deep self-awareness about his growth. He recognizes past mistakes and confronts dark thoughts head-on through writing. But he values authenticity highly and sees music as a space to candidly tackle struggles many young people like him face. Shout out to some of the tactics Earl Sweatshirt used to reinvent his personal brand. Alright, we could start with getting back to the basics. When controversy and substance abuse issue had sabotaged Earl's career, he didn't double down. He went to rehab, moved into a simple apartment, and focused on his physical and mental health. Tuning out short-term fame and money goals let Earl regain stability and creative inspiration. The next would be actions speak the loudest. Earl didn't just talk about wanting to be sober and more positive. He walked away from them toxic lifestyle situations and some friends that had facilitated his downward spiral. He continues therapy and speaks openly about working to be mentally healthy. Authenticity about his struggles builds trust with fans. Releasing music independently. Earl took back his control by releasing albums via his own Tan Cressida label, not staying shackled to a major deal structured around Odd's future image. Independence, though less lucrative, allows him to make the introspective music that he stands behind. That's key. Spotlighting inner battles. Raw, personal lyrics earn Earl praise for emotional honesty. His openness about depression helps fans cope with similar issues. Songs tackle dark urges head on rather than pretending that they do not exist. Embracing flaws made his music, or it can even make your personal brand feel authentic. Stick to convictions. As Earl now says, his early offensive lyrics spread negative energy. As he matured, Earl became less concerned with maintaining his past image and more focused on spreading good energy into this world. He stands behind new values even when old fans pine for his crazy persona. Appreciate loyal fans. Earl shows humility and gratitude that his core fan base stuck with him through controversial periods to now. He takes time to understand what draws different generations to his music. Most fans respect Earl's authentic pivot towards consciousness and still connect with his message. Earl Sweatshirt rebranded successfully by tuning out short-term fame, getting back his mental stability, owning his struggles, and releasing music his way, focusing on authenticity and showing loyalty to fans who related to his journey. The same principles apply for anyone looking to reinvent their personal brand. Now on good terms with Mama Dukes again, Earl says her worries came from genuine care and he hopes that he made her proud. He embraces comparisons to his late father, South African poet, seeing parallel in their lyricism. Earl also opens up about mental health to help fans dealing with similar issues. If you enjoyed this look at how Earl Sweatshirt rebranded himself through calculated controversies, please y'all hit that like button. Share this video to show some love for how Earl's risks allowed his true voice to emerge. Leave me a comment on what other evolutions you find inspiring, alright? Thanks for tuning into this underdog story about an icon shaping his path on his own terms. Stay tuned as we highlight more cultural shapers who discover their best selves by staying true to their vision. Alright y'all, this is North Studios. Hope you all have a beautiful, blessed week. Until next time, I'm out.